What do you think about the politics in America?
I'm interested in is this Department of Government Efficiency, this Doge department that Elon Musk.
What do you think about the illegal immigrants in America and they are handcuffed and sending back to their countries again?
Chicago is a city you can come illegally also stay. Go out of the Chicago, probably you have a problem.
Punjabis who are spending 50 lakhs
To go
to
illegally.
50 lakhs to 1 crore.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
illegally enter United States
States of
through
America.
Mexico. Why would anyone have to spend that much money to go and visit another country? And why can't it happen legally?
Trump was gunshot in the campaign. That was the only reason to choose Trump again.
I don't think that's the only reason, but I find it very surprising. Next year, in 2026, that there should be zero inflation.
You have already an experience with Trump, right?
You know, some of the things I like, some of the things I didn't like. Personally don't believe in and don't support is this wall that they want to build between USA and Mexico. What's happening within the own country with the education system, with the tax system. You don't actually build anything. Border control has a lot of power. They have the power to shoot and kill. And I don't think a wall is a solution. This is what Trump built. This is Trump's wall of USA.
லைகா புரொடக்ஷன்ஸ் சுபாஷ்கரன் வழங்கும் அஜித் குமார் நடிப்பில் விடாமுயற்சி உலகமெங்கும் வெற்றி நடை போடுகிறது.
சம்மர் ஹாலிடேஸ் வந்தாச்சு, நம்ம ஜிடி ஹாலிடேஸும் வந்தாச்சு. ஜிடி ஹாலிடேஸ், சவுத் இந்தியாஸ் #1 travel brand.
Recently, Trump got sworn in as a president in America. What do you think about the politics in America?
I think that a lot of changes are happening in the politics in America right now.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that
After
we get a
he
lot of
being
good changes.
sworn in as a president?
Yeah,
Okay.
even from the very beginning, he started signing all these documents, executive orders, making a lot of things happening straight from day one. And so I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to create changes in the country if we do get positive changes. So one of the things that I am interested in is this Department of Government Efficiency, this Doge department that Elon Musk is very much the face of at the moment. And so yeah, I'll go on Twitter or X, and I like to look and see, okay, what is Elon Musk and Donald Trump posting on Twitter? And so I get a lot of my news from reading about what they post on Twitter.
Okay. But you have already an experience with Trump, right?
Yeah, so we had him before, and you know, some of the things I liked, some of the things I didn't like. I liked that it seemed like he got along well with different people around the world. He got along well with Modi. He got along well, I believe, even with Putin and some other government leaders. I feel like Trump had pretty good relationships with a lot of good government leaders, so I think that's a good thing. One of the things that I personally don't believe in and don't support is this wall that they want to build between USA and Mexico. I don't think that we need to have a wall. And also, I feel like it's a problem for a lot of the locals. And we have a lot of tribal people in that area too.
Okay.
So we have indigenous people that
The
live
tribals
there.
of America?
Yeah, American tribals. And
Okay.
so the American tribals, they freely cross back and forth as they should, because the animals are going back and forth.
Okay.
And this is how it's been for hundreds of years in United States. And so the idea of building a wall, and now like half of your family is on one side of the wall and half of your family is on the other side of the wall, and then you have to go find out, okay, well, where's the doorway at? Are my documents okay? Can I cross over and go over there? So this was always a zone where people were allowed to move about freely because it's a sacred land for the indigenous people, and they're allowed to do this. This was part of the law of the land, law of the people, and So there are problems with that because border control has a lot of power. And when I say a lot of power, they have the power to shoot and kill.
Okay.
And so, if they mistake an Apache, indigenous person, for a Mexican, they might shoot the Apache even though he's free to move back and forth, but they might think a Mexican is trying to move back and forth. And they're like, oh, this Mexican, he's trying to run into USA. Let's shoot him. And so that's one of the problems. This happens. This is happening. And I don't think a wall is a solution. I don't personally believe that Border Patrol should be authorized to shoot and kill people as they enter the country either. Unless if the person's armed and, I guess attacking Border Patrol with a gun. If they're getting attacked or shot at, then go ahead, shoot back at them. But otherwise, if you're just a farmer, you're just someone who's taking care of the animals, taking care of the land. This was your land.
But
for
don't you
hundreds
think
of
that it
years.
will end up in a violent?
It could be violent.
Okay.
And I hope that it's not, because there have been multiple violent events in the United States between the indigenous people and the rest of the country,
Okay.
because they have their own laws. And if their laws are getting U.S. government law tries to put their laws, force their laws on these people, that they don't want that. Because it's not their laws, it's
Okay.
not their rules. They
Okay,
have their
okay.
own rules, they have their own laws, they have their own judicial system, and they do things themselves. So they really don't like people trying to tell them what to do. And so there has been lots of violent things that have happened in the past in USA that's been going on for also hundreds of years.
Okay. Okay.
And so can it happen peacefully? I think so, but it all just kind of comes down to what's going on. So like one of the violent anti oppressive groups was AIM, the American Indian Movement. And so the idea wasn't to be violent, but when you are being opposed upon with force from CIA agents, FBI agents,
Okay.
who are armed, and they're trying to enforce their rules on you, on your land, that they stand up for themselves and they fight back with their guns. So yeah, it gets violent and it's not good. I hope it doesn't happen.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things that I think will be really good. It's just one of the things I personally don't support is a wall.
I think that's the one main thing Trump insisted in the election campaign, right?
It's one of the things, but I feel like he's doing a lot more than just a wall. The wall, I feel like it's just something that people can actually see, because a lot of the other stuff ends up just becoming paperwork. And so relations between other countries, trade between other countries, what's happening within the own country with the education system, with the tax system. A lot of things will kind of be seen because of the changes that they make, but you don't actually build anything
Okay. Okay. So
for those things. But the only thing that's actually getting built that people can go and see with their own eyes will be a wall. So they'll be like, okay, this was a wall. This is what Trump built. This is Trump's wall of USA.
okay. Okay. So in your opinion, what is the mindset of the people in America to choose Trump again for the second time? Because they have already seen the Trump's president rule, and again they have already seen Joe Biden's rule. And what made them to choose again Trump?
I can't speak for the people of America. I don't know why they do what they do, but I could say that I'm excited about what may happen over the next 4 years. I'm really excited about how it's going to impact the economy, how it's going to impact foreign countries
Okay.
and foreign countries' economies. is one of the things that I've read on X is that this year they're planning on reducing enough money in government spending that they're saying next year in 2026 that there should be zero inflation. And I know that inflation of the US dollar doesn't only affect United States. As there's inflation of US dollar, it affects all the countries all over the world. So if we could reduce the inflation of the US dollar, I think it could help stabilize and reduce inflation for a lot of countries around the world. And they'll have better economies because the dollar will be able to have a more stabilized rate.
Okay. So I heard a lot of people from America and from India say the one word because why people of America choose Trump was because of the Trump was gunshot in the campaign. So
Yeah.
do you think that was the only reason to choose Trump again?
I don't think that's the only reason, but I find it very surprising. Not only did he get shot in the ear, he got shot at 2 different occasions. And so that's very surprising. And so that could be one of the things that could prevent
Okay.
some of these changes that Trump wants to make as president from happening would be if he dies before his, before he's over. Because if he's already been shot at twice, I think there's good odds that somebody else is going to try to shoot him. And we just don't know when and where and who. But if he's already been shot at twice, definitely some people want him dead. They don't want him alive.
Okay.
So,
So now here you are in India, but what do you think about the illegal immigrants in America and they are handcuffed and sending back to their countries again?
yeah, so I have mixed feelings about it. I support following the law. And there are laws that I don't agree with, and I feel like we should do what we can as law-abiding citizens to work on changing those laws. Now, illegal immigrants, especially ones who are gang members, known gang members from Venezuela, freely being accessed into USA to create gang trouble in Texas. Yeah, I absolutely do not approve of that, and I'm very happy that they are sending those people back out of USA. But I'm glad that it's illegal immigrants are the ones that they're sending back because it's right now it's a law.
Okay.
And it hasn't been enforced very well over the last so many years. Now, there are some exceptions to that law, such as there are certain sanctuary cities around the country where you don't have to have any documents. Your documents don't have to be valid, and you can stay there, and they will not deport you. So there are these sanctuary cities. Will Trump get rid of sanctuary cities and deport those people too? I have no idea. But
Chicago is a sanctuary
Chicago
city.
is a
All
sanctuary
immigrants
city.
come and stay legally. So it
Illegally.
saves you. Chicago is a city you can come illegally also and stay. But if you go other place, and then they'll catch you and put you back to your country.
Yeah,
So
they'll
still
catch you
now,
in
I don't
detention.
know. They're literally gonna hunt people legally immigrated in Chicago. I'm not sure because it's like friendly for the illegal people. You can come and stay safely here
Okay.
in Chicago, but if you go out of the Chicago, probably you have a problem.
Okay.
So I don't know whether they are going to take this, what is it called? Sanctuary
The
city.
sanctuary
City,
cities, yeah.
sanctuary city.
If Trump does something and changes the rules about sanctuary cities, then that might go away.
Go away.
But right now, I believe sanctuary cities, they still exist, and people can go there. And if they're in an area where they know more people are getting raided and handcuffed and put in jails while they're waiting to deport them, it might be worthwhile to try to go there. But what I think about it is, like, if their paperwork isn't good, yeah, they have to leave. That's a law. And it's not just about Trump, it's just Trump is enforcing what the law has been for a long time. Now, could the law change and make it more travel friendly, make it easier for people to come and go from the country? I would support that. I want that to happen. I feel like people should not feel that the need that they have to come illegally. We were watching YouTube just last night and hearing about some Punjabis who are spending 50 lakhs
to go
to
illegally.
50 lakhs to 1 crore, I think.
illegally enter United States
States of
through
America.
Mexico. And when I think about it, why would anyone have to spend that much money to go and visit another country? And why can't it happen legally? Why can't people visit legally in a better way? So I feel like there's some problems with the law that need to be looked at and addressed, and they have to figure out how to change that. Because if I want to travel to India and India doesn't give me a visa, and my family is here, then they're not going to let me in. They're going to send me back to USA, right? And so then I have problems because the governments don't want to they don't want to coordinate with each other in a peaceful way that makes it easy to travel around.
Okay, so this political controversies of between India and America, அது உங்களுக்குள்ள என்னைக்காச்சும் ஒரு டிபேட்டா மாறி இருக்கா?
நெவர். நான் பாலிடிக்ஸே பேச மாட்டேங்க வீட்டில். எனக்கு பிடிக்காது.
ஓகே.
நீ வேணா பாட்டு பாடு, நான் பாட்டு பாடுறேன். நியூஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு என்கிட்ட வராது, அதுக்கு எதுக்கு செட் ஆகாது சொல்லிடுவேன்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
I'm kind of romantic person. I'm not politic person. So he knows very well.
Okay.
That is other plate. நான் போவே மாட்டேன்.
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே.
லைகா புரொடக்ஷன்ஸ் சுபாஷ்கரன் வழங்கும் அஜித் குமார் நடிப்பில் விடாமுயற்சி உலகமெங்கும் வெற்றி நடை போடுகிறது.
சம்மர் ஹாலிடேஸ் வந்தாச்சு, நம்ம ஜிடி ஹாலிடேஸும் வந்தாச்சு. ஜிடி ஹாலிடேஸ், சவுத் இந்தியாஸ் நம்பர் 1 டிராவல் பிராண்ட்.